weekend. And we have Sal Palantonio joining us again from Philadelphia. Sal, Jordan Love injured his elbow in Green Bay's regular season finale against the Bears, but he's good to go today. Why might the Eagles defense have a tough time getting him on the ground in this matchup?
Well, Jordan Love has been the most blitzed quarterback in the NFL this year, blitzed 36% of the time. Why? He's very difficult to sack. Dropped back 472 times this year, only sacked 14 times. Jordan Love's very good in the pocket, has great pocket awareness, great inside the pocket movement, good at getting away from the rush. The Eagles are not a blitzing team. They rely on their four-man rush most of the time, although Vic Fangio will use some corner blitzes, some safety delayed blitzes to try to get to the quarterback. But Jordan Love has done a very good job this year avoiding the rush and delivering the ball down the field. Now, without Christian Watson, what does he do? Look for him to look for the tight end over the middle, play a lot of play action pass with Josh Jacobs to try to move the linebackers in and then craft over the middle, because Vic Fangio, as you know, runs a lot of two deep shell safety looks all year long to really limit the explosive play. So they'll try to go underneath. Now, as for Jordan Love, the elbow injury is one thing, but remember, he talked about having numbness in his fingers. That dissipated as the week went on. But it's your fingers and your grip that gets the accuracy on the football, because the pinky and this ring finger is the last two fingers to leave the football when you're throwing it. So that's something we'll have to watch today.
All right, Sal, thank you so much. Let's send it over to Hannah for more on this matchup.
Yeah, and this is kind of what Sal just touched on, fellas. And we do have Jordan. I want to point out he hasn't thrown a pick in 7 games.
Correct.
Okay, so when you talk about his ability to grip the football and so forth, but he is without Christian Watson. So if you can pick up a little bit of what Sal was talking about, Damian, what do you expect this offense to look like without Watson?
Well, listen, Christian Watson is the deep threat for the Green Bay Packers. That explosive element with him being out with that torn ACL is a blow. There's no question about it, because we all know when you talk about offenses, you want explosive plays. But here's the thing with the Green Bay Packers offense. They have one of the most diverse, efficient running games in the National Football League, obviously led by Josh Jacobs. That's, to me, is going to be the key to this game for the Green Bay Packers. How well are they going to be able to run the football against this very, very good Philadelphia Eagles defense? That it's just going, it's strength on strength in that department. So I think a lot of what the Green Bay Packers want to do and how successful they are is going to be predicated on how they run the football.
That is correct. And the Green Bay Packers, their whole passing game is built off the play action pass. Right? And they want to run the football. Their intentions are, we're going to run the football, make you play 8 in the box, and then hit some shots over the top. You talk about Watson being hurt, but Reed is a guy earlier in the season that got him 138 yards as far as catching the football. So they have to run the ball with Jacobs, and then from there, the play action, that sets up the play action pass.
Yeah, Jacobs has a rushing touchdown in 8 straight games, longest streak in the NFL. You might want to jump on the Eagles early. Here is why. Slow starts are the one things that have plagued this talented team all season. In fact, 10 times this season, they didn't score at all in the first quarter. Damian, we have a quarterback working his way back. He hasn't played since December 22nd. What are you going to be looking for early from Hurts and company?
Yeah, Hannah, I'm going to be looking, a lot of teams, and Coach knows this as well, a lot of teams have those first 10, 15 plays scripted. I want to see how many design quarterback runs that the Philadelphia Eagles call, because I think so much of Jalen Hurts' success in the game is predicated on quarterback design runs early in the game to really kind of get him going. And so I want to see, coming off of this concussion, are they going to put him in harm's way early? I know they say he's been cleared and all that, but I want to see how many quarterback design runs they're going to call early in that game.
If you're the Green Bay Packers, you want to get off to a quick start or early start, make them try to catch you passing the football. Make Jalen Hurts beat you. This Green Bay defense does a great job of doing what? Taking the ball away. So you're going on the road. Let's make them catch up with us. Let's don't play behind the chains. Let's play in front of the chains, and let's get some scores early.
If you look at the last 3 games of the regular season, Hurts, well, he had the concussion. Yeah. He only threw the ball 4 times.
Correct.
Right, during that span of time. it'll be fascinating to see right from the get-go. Fellas, thank you. Jay?
Hannah, sports betting analyst Erin Dolan joining us for her EKD Top 3, the 3 things you need to know before betting today's wildcard games. Erin, what is your top trend today?
Well, speaking of that game, let's go to Eagles-Packers. We're going under 45.5 points because the Philadelphia Eagles, they are 7-1 to the under in playoff games since 2018. Now, this line opened 46.5, and it's come down slightly, but I still think this is an under environment given Philadelphia and Green Bay ranked 1 and 2 respectively in the NFL this season in design rush play percentage. These teams love to run the ball, which ultimately is a recipe for an under, so I do expect this game to go under 45.5 points. Also, with the question marks of quarterbacks and how both are going to look in this game.
Okay, how about your top player prop?
That's going to be Josh Allen to go over 7.5 rushing attempts. He did so in both games last year in the postseason. And we also know the Bills have played some pretty tough competition this season. So if we isolate this just to playoff teams this season, he's hit over this mark against Detroit, Kansas City, as well as the Rams. But he failed to do so against Baltimore as well as Houston. And those 2 games, for what it's worth, were losses. So I do expect him to be running the ball a lot. And kneel downs also count for this. So I've seen these props cash in the last minute, last 45 seconds. So this is my favorite play of the day, Josh Allen over 7.5 rushing attempts.
Let's take it to the end zone for your last one. Who's your top touchdown scorer today?
We're looking at Terry McLaurin to find the end zone today. If we look at this Bucs defense, they're 29th versus the pass. On top of that, they've allowed 18 receiving touchdowns to opposing wide receivers, which is the 10th most, and allowed a receiving touchdown by wide receiver in 4 straight. This is a wide receiver that leads his team with 13 touchdowns this season in targets, receptions, etc. So the opportunity is going to be there, and I do think Jayden Daniels will be throwing the ball a lot. So give me Terry McLaurin anytime touchdown.
Indeed, and much more from Erin coming up on postseason NFL Countdown, top of the hour. Erin, thank you so much. Hannah?
Jay, Bo Nix and the Broncos back where they haven't been in a while. It's been since 2015. How excited are they about the chance of an upset in Buffalo?
Well, let's talk about those quarterbacks moving and things. I think the Packers need to flush this guy out of the pocket because Hurts is not as good out of the pocket as you would think. So Packers pass rush, flush him out of the pocket. Big things can happen for your defense. Fred, what do you think?
Man, I'm looking at the running back matchup. These are the guys that I got to deal with day play in and play out. I think the success for either team is held in the run game today. So I'm looking at both running backs.
Yeah, a couple of great ones.
Couple of great ones.
Mentioned yesterday, of all the guys you played all year long, Josh Jacobs was the toughest tackle.
Josh Jacobs, man, something about him. I mean, I played him obviously this year. Haven't played Saquon, haven't played Derrick Henry, but Josh Jacobs and Jameer Gibbs?
Yeah,
Jameer Gibbs.
He's either Sonic or Knuckles.
Listen, they both have been the best running backs that I played this season. And I think Josh Jacobs, the thing that separates him was what's between the ears, man.
We'll see what he's got ready for him today. Fred is ready to roll today. Plus, we'll have complete coverage of last night and Adam Schefter.